20?
Yeah, probably. Okay, all right. We're good. We can start whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Okay. Um, hey everybody, welcome to another podcast episode, the Killcast. Just
It's been
going
a week.
straight into it.
It's been a week. It's been a week later.
Yeah, I brought Chaz here because I was like, Chaz, my bro, you want to record another episode?
And I said, yeah, yeah, yeah.
This time I don't think we'll try to discuss Mass Effect or World of Warcraft because, as fun as it is, it gets a little grating at times. So we'll mix it up a little bit. Talk
Yeah,
about
we need a little bit of variety hour.
yeah, there's things on my mind. There's
Okay.
stuff on the brain.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What's insane in the membrane?
Well, don't make me feel left out. You want to share some stuff on the mind? I'll go
Oh,
first, but do you
all right.
got stuff on the mind?
This is not very important, right?
Okay.
But this is just, this is just a statement, okay?
All right.
So, I work with food, right? That's what
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with the food, right? We have a lot of alcohol there.
Mm-hmm.
We use it because, they use it for cooking and stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And then baking, they use the different flavored liqueurs and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Well,
a lot
one
of
of
flavor.
Yeah. One of the liqueurs, right, is in a really cool bottle.
Ooh.
So once the bottle was empty, I said, "Can I have it?" And they're like, "Yeah, why not? You can have it." I mean, it's got nothing in it. It's empty. So I
Mhm.
washed it out, and now I use it as a water bottle.
Hey,
It's really cool. It's like it's an orb.
that's pretty legit.
So I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm like, what's his face from Final Fantasy? Who
Orange.
drinks out of? Yeah, the dude with the glasses. That's how I feel like. I feel like
You should totally wear like a red jacket and then put your arm kind of like it's in a sling and just walk around like that.
that's about what I feel like when I drink out of this
You
thing.
should. Oh, it's great when he uses his limit breaks. I know in particular there's one at least that he's like taking a drink, and then when you do the thing, he spits it out and just goes ballistic, and it's awesome. he just like spits it out like he sprays it at his enemies, and he just it's pretty dope. It's like kind of unorthodox, but at the same time, I was like, that's so cool. It's a weird feeling. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but I'm gonna say that. Some people probably think it's stupid.
I still think it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Orin's one of the most legit characters of that entire game, and I don't know if that's saying much, but at the same time, I know Final Fantasy X is kind of one of those games that's on the fence. Either you like it or you don't like it.
Gotcha.
But Orin is like, oh, this guy, he's like the one good thing about it.
Well, he's like one thing that people are like, yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah. And to be fair, he's pretty dope as a character. I could get into it, but I don't really want to.
That's fine. What did you have on your mind now?
Uh,
Just to get off, instead of not talking about Final Fantasy for the next 20 minutes.
okay, all right. Well, as you know, I've been running a lot.
Yes.
And I've been growing plants. And if you didn't know I was growing plants, I'm growing plants. I did that
saw
last
pictures
year.
of them.
I
saw pictures
posted
of it.
one picture on my book face.
Yes, I saw that.
And that was like after a week of progress.
And you said you had a few.
Overachievers.
Yeah, that's the word you used. Overachiever.
And good God, they just keep getting bigger and bigger. Now the thing is, at the beginning of this month, I've been trying to make sure that I'm acclimatizing them so that they can go outside because even though I germinate my seeds indoors and I have a grow lamp and everything, I have an indoor setup essentially.
Yes.
The thing is, since it's starting to get into the warmer temperatures, it's pretty much spring as it is.
Didn't you just have a really big snowstorm recently?
You mean a couple weeks ago, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess that was a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago, right? Yeah, there was a little bit of snow. But all that said, it's warming up. It was 50 degrees today. That's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
No, and it's only gonna get warmer, So, basically, what I'm trying to say is I've been slowly trying to get them outside, get them acclimatized, working on this garden box, which I don't know if I'll remember to put up a picture of that. So forgive me if I don't, but if I do, I will try to actually throw that on screen right now. But yeah. I've been working. I've been trying to make things happen. I got some watermelons. I got some pumpkins.
Ooh, watermelon.
Yeah.
I don't really like watermelon, but I do appreciate a nice grown one.
Mm-hmm. They take up a lot of water.
I guess that's why they're called watermelon.
Mm-hmm. But they taste pretty good, and fresh grown one can't beat that.
My boss grew a watermelon. He brought it in.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. Like I said, I don't really like watermelon, but that was pretty good.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I got a lot to do today, or I got a lot of work ahead of me.
Yeah. Yes. As a
gardener.
As a grower would, yes.
Yes, gardener. I can't call myself a farmer because I don't have a large scale operation. If I could be a farmer, I totally would.
Would you do that? If you had the Stardew Valley right now?
Yes.
You had a grandpa.
Yes.
He said,
"No,
here you go."
I'll skip ahead to the answer, and it's yes. Yes.
Yes.
You need to finish that question. The answer is yes. I'll sell my soul to the devil.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay,
I'm
you
pretending
would
like
absolutely.
I would. I would totally do all the events in Stardew Valley at least at the beginning, because I have to be honest. There is this weird connection that when I was starting Stardew Valley for the first time, I totally kind of felt like that. It's like I work at a company. It's not exactly soulless like it is in Stardew Valley, Georgia.
Yeah, that there's a dead guy at a desk.
Yeah. That was funny, but my point is, I get like that sometimes. I'm just like, man, if I could just leave all this behind me, go to a plot of land and just grow things for the rest of my life, I'd be okay with that.
And I respect that kind of decision because I couldn't do it.
I mean, it's not an easy lifestyle, and clearly it's not for everybody. But I think as long as I have some of the luxuries of modern life, like electricity,
yeah,
and indoor plumbing,
I'd
be okay.
It's a long and hard life, I suppose. A farmer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it. I like growing things, so it's it's right up there.
And you enjoy it, so that's the thing you need to do. I don't know if I would choose to be a farmer.
Well, to be fair, it runs in my blood.
That's cool then.
I mean, I don't know how extensive, so I can't say for millennia. And I can't say for centuries, so I don't want to say this is what my family's been doing for years on end. Clearly, I live in the suburbs of Washington State, outside of Seattle.
See, I wish I knew what I had in my blood.
But I will say this, not to interrupt, but I will say this: as far back as I can trace my mom's family, they were farmers in Kansas.
Oh, so, okay. You know what they grow in Kansas? A lot of soybeans.
Do they?
Yep. I was in Kansas.
Oh, okay. You wanna know a little tidbit about Kansas?
I know a lot about Kansas.
Okay, all right. Do you know this, though? The area code is 666.
Yep.
You know what that means.
That's where the devil lives.
No, that's the number of the beast.
That's where the devil lives. That's where his area code is.
That's the gate. It's the gate to hell. I'm kidding. I think Kansas is an all right place. I also think it's a place where not a lot happens, but I could be wrong.
No, you're absolutely right about that.
It just
unless you count that book In Cold Blood, that was kind of a big thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Well,
like, I feel
Kansas.
like you could go to Kansas and have like some sort of big league criminal organization,
I guess you could.
and not a lot of people would really like really know about it unless like something happened to kind of give yourself up.
But you don't have a lot to do there. There's not
Yeah.
like you got to drive really far just to
Well,
like do
like
something.
headquarters of operation. You have a warehouse, that's where all the drugs are, and then you distribute them.
To who? You got to drive like 2 miles to get to the
Well, no one's gonna
station.
suspect it. That's just it.
Like maybe that happens already.
You had drug mules that go to other states.
Okay. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah.
That's the area of operation.
That's the area of operation. That said, I don't claim to know anything about Kansas, and this isn't like some sort of 10-year plan for me because I, I can't imagine actually doing that kind of thing, like that kind of operation. It seems pretty ridiculous. It,
It's
money
uh,
laundering, for one, it seems like it's a lot more difficult to actually achieve.
you'd be surprised how easy it is. You leave $1 in your pocket and you go to the laundromat and you say, "Oh crap, I washed this dollar."
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I'm kidding. I'm just making
I
a
know.
joke.
You're so silly.
I know.
Uh, anyways. So, yeah, I'm just saying I would totally leave my life and go become a farmer if it was so easy. I feel like it's a lot
Uh,
easier than I think it is, but the reality is I choose to believe it's a lot harder than you'd think.
no, like you gotta buy land, right?
hmm
And then you gotta
First
fall in
setback, I
regulars.
gotta buy the land.
Yeah, that's a lot of money right
It
there.
is a ton of money. Yeah, I'd have to take out a loan. And you want to know what I feel uncomfortable about?
Taking out a loan.
Yeah. And you want to know what makes it even worse? The fact that, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can get a return on your investment. And I'm not
Oh,
saying that,
absolutely.
if there aren't risks to making your dreams come true, there always will be. But at the
Yes.
same time, it's one of those risks that has like so much weight on it. And I mean, you gotta
Um,
understand, I'm just some podunk kid that would actually, I don't even know if that's the right term. I'm just some city kid that would actually go and do this. It doesn't really bode well in my favor. The best
it's,
I
it's,
have, like, the best thing I could actually consider if I was gonna do this is become like some sort of like marijuana farmer.
how's that work? I really don't know much about
Well, that's
that.
fair. Well, for one, it's legal here, so growing
Yes.
it perfectly fine. You do need to get like the proper forms and applications and permits. You gotta get all the legalities out of the way. So there's a lot of research to go about it. Secondly, you also have to be very in tune with like how to grow weed. It's not as simple as it sounds. I don't think it's also as complicated as it sounds, but I don't think it's as simple. It's somewhere in the middle, is what I'm trying to say.
It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go grow porch tomatoes. It's not that
No,
easy.
no. I mean, granted, I get that you have to have like chemicals and like your fertilizer. In other words,
Yes.
you gotta get like all that stuff in sync. But then you also gotta consider like the pH levels of the
Yeah.
soil. And I mean, like, from what I understand, marijuana, it's a very sensitive plant. You gotta make sure that it's all proper and like set to do what it's got to do in order to get a really good harvest.
Well, I mean, it could be legal here in the next few years.
It could be.
The governor here. He's quite gung ho about it. So
Ah,
I don't know.
well, my point is, I if I really want to make that gamble, I guess it would be within the realms of possibility. The problem is, if I fell, I feel bad.
That's true, but
I would feel
it is quite
horrendously.
lucrative, as I hear.
Oh yeah, and
'Cause the,
also I do know a couple people in the business. I got a friend who's a broker.
hmm,
So, if getting my weed like to vendors not an issue one bit. If I was to grow it. I don't.
You could grow tomatoes instead, though.
I could grow tomato. I am growing tomatoes.
Tomatoes are the best. I love tomatoes.
I plan on learning how to make pasta sauce.
And, that would be cool. I want to buy Gildem's pasta sauce.
You don't need to buy it. If all goes as planned, and I don't know if this is something that I can easily do, I'll just send some to you.
If you make enough, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to say.
I'm sure it's not going to be too difficult. The problem is, I don't know all the preparations to actually do this. Do I just put in some Tupperware, like seal it really well, and then like put it inside a cardboard box and send it to you?
Probably.
Is that something I can legitimately do?
Probably. I mean, as long as you tape up the Tupperware and probably bubble wrap it or something.
Mm-hmm. Put the Tupperware in a Ziploc bag.
That too.
In another Ziploc bag.
I could do that.
I'm just like wondering if how do I go about this?
I don't know. But
yeah, I don't either.
First, you have to make the tomatoes.
Well, yeah, I have to grow the tomato plant so that'll bear fruit, and then with the fruit, I have to make sure it's actually quite lovely in girth and size. And then once that happens, and it's ripe, I gotta pick it, and then I gotta figure out, okay, with the harvest that I got going on, how do I turn this into edible sauce?
Yes, I don't know that part.
It involves a stove. Involves, I would say, probably a pan. There's probably a stewing process, which isn't too bad. I made grape juice, and so I'm pretty sure I can do the same thing with tomatoes.
How was your grape juice?
It was good. It was good. If I can make some and send it to you, I totally will.
Cool.
And depending on how it turns out, it's either going to be all bad when you get it or not too bad. I don't know.
Well, I look forward to whatever you make. I would like to see it. I'd love to taste it.
I hope I can send it to you. I don't know if there's some sort of I don't know if there's some sort of technicality where I can't do this.
I don't see why not. I've done it before.
You have?
I've sent food to my grandparents.
Where do they live?
Florida.
Yeah, but I live on the West Coast.
Will it stay fresh? Yeah, this shouldn't be a problem.
I don't know. I mean, maybe not. It's hard to say.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah. This is months away from now, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. How about you know what I'd love to grow? Grow.
Yeah. What?
I would like to grow onions.
I don't think that's too difficult to grow.
I wanted to do it on my balcony here because I don't really have the luxury of a ground to grow in since I live in an apartment.
That might be a little more difficult.
Yeah. And plus, I don't know. I don't know if you can grow onions off your porch or balcony or whatever.
Now with that attitude.
Well, I don't know if it's possible.
Well, I'd say you probably have to take a bulb and grow it, and maybe you'll get seeds from it.
And getting a bulb won't be hard because
nah.
We use a lot of onions at work, and a lot of them go bad.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of throwing that bad one away, I could grow it.
Yeah, I mean, I also don't know all the steps to growing an onion.
Me neither. I'm gonna, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. After we're done talking here, I'm gonna look up how to grow onions.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm not questioning it. I believe in you.
I'm gonna make onions, and they're gonna be called Chaz's onions.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sell them to Tom Nook.
Or you're gonna get bells.
I'm gonna get some bells for it.
Okay, more power to you. I'm right here for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need your support.
I will try to give you all the support that I can. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make some tomato sauce, some tomato paste or something. Try to get it into a good pasta form.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then if I can, I'll send you some, and I'll be like, "Here, Chaz, make some spaghetti."
I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna make something good. I'm not gonna waste your special sauce on spaghetti. I'm gonna make like a really good pasta dinner with it.
Like mom's spaghetti.
No, like raviolis or tortellini or something.
Okay.
Because that's good pasta, man.
Yeah, and then you'll have to tell me how it turns out. And then if you have grape juice, I mean, then you got yourself a nice Italian dinner.
Oh my God, yeah. Just need some cannolis for dessert.
Oh man, now you're getting fancy. I've never had a cannoli, but I've always wanted one.
My God, this one Italian restaurant right by me,
Mm-hmm.
so good cannoli. Oh my God, I was like, wow, that's a good cannoli.
I'm jealous.
First time I had a cannoli, it was a while ago. Like, I don't know, my friend's dad, he bought a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like junk cannolis too. They weren't good ones, and I was like, this isn't that great. This isn't really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then at my work, they were making Italian dinner, and they had extra cannolis, and they're like, hey, you want one? I was like, all right, whatever. I'll give these another shot. Delicious.
So basically, what you're telling me is a good cannoli is a good cannoli.
Good cannoli is a good cannoli.
Okay, all right. I'll take your word for it. I don't know where I can get a cannoli here, and that seems like a real personal problem because I live in.
That does seem like a problem.
I live in Washington State, where there is so many options for food. Literally, I can go to the town proportion, which is about a 20-minute walk. And I have so many options for like choices on what I want to eat. So it's like I sure if I really was in a dying mood to find a cannoli, like a dire mood to just I need to get this like right now. I'm sure not that difficult. Go on Google, just like type in cannolis for sale. Go to maps, and I'm sure like I'd get some sort of result within like I don't know. I want to say within 2 miles probably.
You just had to challenge me.
I don't know, but then again, like your location, and my location are completely
I'm
different.
looking in your location.
You're looking in Washington.
Yeah, I'm looking for good cannolis in Washington.
Now, mind you, if you're looking Eastern Washington, that's not going to do me any good.
No, I know about whereabout to look.
Okay.
To look.
All right.
Cannolis.
He's actually going to look like close to where I live on cannolis.
Well, I mean, oh, okay. There's a place called Holy Cannoli.
I don't even know where that is.
It's in Seattle, though.
Oh, that is a bus ride. I'm not driving to Seattle.
Yeah. Okay. That's just like that's the first thing I saw. It's called Holy Cannoli.
I mean, on a good day, and this is very perspective. I want you to say it's very ambiguous when I say on a good day, because even a good day can be a lot longer. But theoretically, if I was to try to make my way to Seattle, it should only take about 30, 40 minutes.
These people say these cannolis are pretty legit.
But the problem with actually going to Seattle is it usually doesn't take 30 or 40 minutes. It takes a lot longer.
Now, how much would you be willing to pay for a cannoli? One cannoli.
One cannoli. How about $5?
Okay, that's pretty good. One cannoli's $3.
Oh, okay, that's a lot better.
You could buy a half dozen for $16.
I mean, like, if I had someone to share them with, and by someone, I mean, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people.
I think one cannoli is actually, it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's not like a chocolate chip cookie.
No.
When you get, like, chocolate chip cookies, you
the way
like,
I see a cannoli, I'm thinking more of, like, a chocolate eclair.
Yeah, no, it's more like that.
Okay.
This place, next if I ever go to Seattle, I'm coming here. I'm going there.
Well,
Congratulations, Gildem. You made me. You set me up. I'm ready to go to this place called Holy Cannoli.
Well, you do know that when I said you can come visit me, I have a guest room.
Because this looks. I'm gonna send you a picture.
I'd pick you up from the airport too, so you got a place to stay here if you ever decide to come visit Seattle.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sending you this picture right now. This just looks godly to me. A cup of coffee with 3 cannolis.
I gotta, let's see. Let me just get on the good old Skype. All right.
Good
Hey.
good Seattle coffee.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have. I gotta be honest. If we're gonna go get coffee, we actually have to go to a cafe. There's a bajillion places to go get coffee, and let me tell you, the only place to really get a good cup of coffee is pretty much if you go to a legit cafe, because they do the fancy stuff for you. They actually go the extra mile to make sure that you get a legit cup of coffee. You go to some generic chain brand like Starbucks. You're gonna get an okay cup of coffee. It'll do the trick. But the problem is there's no like heart or soul to it.
Yeah.
So you want a legit cup of coffee, you gotta go to like one of the many cafes that they got going on here.
All right. You got to take me to your favorite one.
I don't have a favorite one because I drink tea and I make my own tea, but I will point you into a direction of a good cafe.
One that people, one that is a good rep. Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll take you to this one cafe that I went to. That's a little far, but still pretty much within the driving distance of actually a good place to go.
Because I need a good cup of coffee. You know me. I love my
good
coffee.
cup of coffee. I'll get a cup of coffee. I'll get like the darkest cup of coffee that you can imagine, and I'll be hyper, but I'll hate my cup of coffee. I will drink the darkest coffee gets, and I won't like it one bit, but I'll drink it. I'll drink it like a man, and you know what? It'll make me really hyper, and I'll be like, God, this was the worst choice I ever made.
You have to give me that poop coffee.
Oh, I want to get the poop coffee. I don't know where they sell it. I'm pretty sure we can get.
Too.
I'll tell you what. I'm pretty sure we can actually go to Seattle and get poop coffee.
I want the poop coffee.
I want the poop coffee. If everyone's wondering what we're talking about, there is coffee that you can get. And I don't remember the name off the top of my head.
That's why I would have said it too. Yeah, I'll look up what the proper name for it is.
But there's this coffee, and basically, in order to actually get the beans, I think it's a rodent or something in Africa, and I again, speculative, but yeah, basically it digests this thing, and there's seeds in the feces, and that sounds absolutely gross, but the thing is, I'd have to assume they take the stuff, they clean it really well, because I can't imagine them actually doing a semi-decent job without it having adverse effects. But yeah, essentially, this stuff is really exotic, and it's supposedly pretty good. But as far as I'm aware, everyone's going to know it as the poop coffee.
It's called Kopi Luwak.
That's it.
It's Indonesian. And, that whole area, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
So not Africa.
Not Africa.
Okay.
And it is a rodent, though. It is a rodent.
All right.
And they say it's not really kosher. Because they kind of force feed these little rats to eat this.
Oh, no. But still, I would try it.
Yeah,
I would not drink it on a constant basis. I want to make that clear.
I just want to try it myself as well.
Yeah, it's an exotic flavor that's kind of like, okay, I might as well see if this is how this works out.
It's like caviar.
Yeah.
You want to eat caviar?
No. I do not want to eat caviar, but I will drink the poop coffee.
It's like interesting meats.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing where it's like, a new experience. You never think you would do this on a normal basis, but there is one day where you're just like, yeah, why not? You know, like, might as well go have an adventure. Might as well see how this turns out. Probably not for my best interest, but hey, gotta live a little in order to actually say I've done something.
Wow, these are really wow, it's actually really a controversial thing, this poop coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably
Like
because.
Pete is all involved with this.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
as you said, it's not kosher.
They like catch these like rodents and they put them in cages and stuff and like force feed them to eat these things all day.
Oh,
Like that's the kind of gravity we're talking about here.
wow. See, now that you're talking about it, I'm starting to think, man, you're never gonna actually get this coffee in like a coffee store
Yeah, no, it sounds like it's
because it's too lucrative. You know, the coffee's really expensive.
I'm sure. There's also that gold coffee. Have you ever seen that?
Nope.
That's like coffee with like trace amounts of gold in it, and it's like really expensive.
I was gonna say that sounds really expensive.
It's really expensive.
Does
and
it
then
make
like,
your dookie twinkle?
yeah, that's what I
No
heard.
wonder.
That's what I heard anyway.
Yeah, you know that's a sign of the wealthy right there. You know, having twinkling dookie.
There's also like gold, like they use in like chocolates and stuff, like actual edible gold they put on it.
Really?
We got it by mistake once at work,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really expensive. I was like, oh my god.
I believe it.
I almost threw it away on accident because I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just like packaging,
Mm-hmm.
but no. I would have made a big mistake if I threw that away.
You would have
Oh
been
my
like,
God.
Chaz, how much do you owe?
Oh god, I forget how much exactly it was. It was like a few $1,000s for
Oh,
this
jeez.
little thing, like the size of your phone, maybe, of a small sheet.
I was going to say that's a little bit larger than I thought. I was thinking it was the
No,
bullion,
it's
like a
really,
literal
really-
size of a bullion
No,
cube.
no, it's like really thin, like really, really thin, like not even like the same like paper thin.
Mhm.
It's like really thin. That's why I thought it was packed. I thought it was just like plastic, like a little plastic thing. That's what I
Yeah.
thought it was. It was in like an envelope. I was like, what the heck's this?
That is ridiculous.
I can't believe how expensive that was. I was
I'm,
like,
I'm
oh,
looking. I'm looking up edible gold because I'm curious now.
gold.
It's just the
You know,
things that.
there's way better uses for gold than eating.
Yeah. Really.
It's like gold like reflects like light or something like that. That's why they put it on the pyramids. I don't remember exactly.
Well, looking up edible gold. I guess there's edible gold flakes.
Yeah, that's probably what this.
It's in a jar and it's like $139.
Oh my god!
Just looking down the line, I'm seeing it's like gold leaf, like 20 sheets of edible 24 karat gold for like $7.29.
Oh,
I guess like the stuff you might have gotten is like the real high end stuff.
I think that's what we got was real high end stuff.
Cause I'm seeing stuff that's pretty cheap in comparison, like $7.
But is it actual gold or is it?
I don't know. I mean, the stuff that I saw it says it's like legit 24 karat gold
Oh.
leaf. To which I say, that's cool. And having your dookie twinkle probably makes you feel good. I don't know if it's legitimately good for you, but it's probably like a sign of the wealthy where it's like, yeah, I'm dropping gold turds.
That's what you remember. Remember
Seems like the
the
stuff.
Robot Chicken episode of
Yeah,
Richie
Richie Rich.
He's like, hold on, let me tip you for a minute. And he's like, it's all right.
You got
You really don't
Cadbury.
have
It's
to.
like, hold on, Cadbury, I will get you a tip. Oh no, sir. That's okay, sir. No, I'm gonna get you a tip. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's how you know you're rich, right
Richie
there.
Rich. He's like, this gets-
When you give people tips by just shitting it out, that is a sign of the wealthy right there. But the
Now, would you
problem
accept that?
is,
Would you accept that tip if somebody did that to you?
uh, like straight from the butt.
Yeah, they said, "Hold on, let me give you a tip," and then they pooped and they gave you
I
that.
would wear gloves, and then I would probably try to sanitize it a little bit. But you want to know my problem with this whole entire situation?
Okay, what's
It
the
would be
problem?
it would be the person who actually has to shit it out. Think about it. They
Oh
have
my
to
god.
be really constipated. Cause you're passing solid metal through your system that's not supposed to have solid metal pass through the system. You know, you got organs and intestines, and yeah, I'm sure there's ways to strengthen it. And I know that there's people that have unbelievable eating habits. Like I think there's something about people eating glass,
Yeah,
and of course it's like they had to work their way to actually being able to do that, but it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, the human body is not supposed to ingest these kinds of things, and I can only imagine it's even more painful trying to pass it through the whole entire system. Surgery has to be involved.
especially solid metal. Oh my god.
Oh dear god, I mean there is some impressive feats, I admit. Even the people eating glass, that's impressive, but you know what I'm never gonna do?
Eat glass or metal?
Yeah, I'm never gonna do it. Even if it was like, I don't know, a penny. Like if I accidentally swallow a penny, you know, can't be helped. But that's what I'm thinking in terms of metal. You know, you swallow coins, just not a good look. Family Guy covered this topic. Peter
Oh
went
yeah,
blind.
I remember that.
Yeah. So by all accounts, don't eat metal. It's not good for you.
There's a guy, he eats bricks. That's what he does.
Oh, good
Just
God.
eats bricks.
I don't know how people do it. I'm not
I don't know how
questioning why they do
I don't
it.
know how his teeth break the rock.
Maybe he just trained them so it's impressive, or maybe he makes sure the bricks are like a special type of
No, he
material.
takes a whole brick and just bites into it.
Jesus Christ! It's like that one episode of JonTron when he's doing the Thanksgiving episode.
He eats the whole brick. I
How do
don't even know
people
where
do
I'd
this?
start. I don't even know how I'd start.
Wait,
Like
wait,
I would
wait.
break, my
Like,
teeth would break.
does he just like unhinge his jaw and eat it like a snake, or does he
If I can
break
find
it,
it.
or like what is the deal with this brick?
I gotta find. I think I found the video of him eat the brick. Hold on.
I can't watch it right now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm taking a look at it just to see what kind of brick it is. Because it looked like a real brick.
I mean, if it was a brick of like cream cheese,
It looks. No, it
which
doesn't look like a clay brick or anything. It
okay,
looks like an actual like brick, like the kind of bricks you see at like. Nope.
construction. No, I got that. That's bizarre.
He just takes the brick. Yep. Just bites it with his molars.
Ugh. You know, when I brought up the subject of a brick of cream cheese, even that's a little too much for me.
That's 3 pounds of cream cheese.
I mean, I'm talking about like what is it, the 8 ounces of cream cheese bricks?
Let me see cream cheese brick.
I think they come in 8 ounces. Still a lot of cream cheese. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, you mean the small ones? See, we
Yeah.
get like the industrial ones
Oh.
at work. We get like 3 pound bricks. That's how much ours are.
That's why I was kind of like, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm talking about like the 8 ounces. You go to the store, you buy the cream cheese. That's a lot of cream cheese. Okay, I can't imagine using that in one go.
You know how bad of a stomach ache I would have if
Oh.
I ate that.
A little tidbit for everyone listening. Chaz is lactose intolerant.
My God, I don't even want to think of that.
You want to know
Oh,
the
no.
duality of someone who isn't lactose intolerant?
Yes.
Okay, so dairy is fine. Too much dairy is bad for you. It causes indigestion problems. Even if you're
Yeah.
not lactose, if you gorge yourself on dairy, you're gonna have indigestion problems. You're gonna have about the same equivalence of someone who is lactose intolerant.
Oh my god. So would that be double for me?
It might be, but my point is, that much cream cheese can't be good for the body. And also, I like cream cheese on a bagel. I haven't had it in like a while, but my point is, that's good. At most, I'll
Yes.
probably use about an ounce of cream cheese.
Yeah.
Doing that like a whole 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, that is ridiculous. That's like 8 bagels right there, and if you take
Oh
all
my
that, it's just like a solid layer of cream cheese on a bagel. It's so gross. Jesus Christ, I do not want cream cheese. See, I like the tanginess of cream cheese, it has a very interesting flavor to it. But the thing is, cream cheese on its own in large amounts doesn't taste very good. It's like sour cream. Why would anyone do this? I don't like sour cream.
Me neither.
I know some people like it. Some people like it with their Mexican dishes, and that's cool. I
I have
don't.
like a taco sometimes,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I don't want a huge glob of it.
No.
Maybe a
Ugh.
tiny taste of it.
Speaking of cream cheese, my grandma has a birthday coming up, and she wants a carrot cake. I get to
Yeah.
make it.
One of the chef guys at where I work, he made a carrot cake, but he made a spin-off carrot cake.
Oh,
Instead of using carrots, he used daikon.
which is the cousin to the carrot.
Yeah, it's a radish, but it looks like a carrot.
Yeah.
And that was a really interesting
Well,
taste.
my point is, they're tubers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an interesting cake. I had a little.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. The only reason I say related to is, cream cheese frosting goes well on a carrot cake.
Yes, it does.
And that's what I get to do. I get to make my grandma a carrot cake for her birthday. I get to do a lot of other things, but, she wants a carrot cake, so I'm doing it. And I've been put into this unfortunate thing where I'm now the cake guy of the family. I've been
Why are you
designated.
the cake guy?
So my mom had a birthday a while back.
Yes.
February 28th. She wasn't here. I had to wait until, I want to say March 3rd or whatever
mom-
Saturday.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Your mom and my dad have the same birthday.
Interesting. So yeah, I was like, okay, my mom likes chocolate cake, so I decided, you know what? I want to go a step further. I want to make a really chocolate cake. I sent you the recipe.
Yes, you did.
So you have an idea. It was a chocolate chip chocolate cake with chocolate frosting.
And it sounded really good to me. I was like, "Ooh, I want this."
There was a lot of chocolate. Now, I want you to know, I did substitute the milk for the frosting with buttermilk.
Ooh, how'd that go?
Not bad. See, the thing is, the cake called for buttermilk, which is pretty typical. A lot of cakes usually call for buttermilk.
Yeah.
But I had like an extra cup of buttermilk left, and I was like, well, I'm not going to drink this, and I'm not really planning on anything that needs buttermilk. I mean, I kind of cut dairy out of my diet because I'm on this diet.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, might as well use it for the frosting, and it worked out. It was fine.
That's good then.
Yeah. So it was like a buttermilk frosting. I mean, the frosting was kind of a buttercream to begin with.
That sounds very good then.
It was-
I would have liked to try it.
It was chocolate on chocolate with chocolate chips.
Lots of chocolate, man.
Mm-hmm. I had to do
No.
things I didn't even know I could do. I had to melt chocolate in a pan for the batter.
Mm.
That's a whole different That's a whole different taste. But there is one thing to note about cooking, like baking and cooking with like some of these sweet sounding ingredients like vanilla extract and baker's chocolate and
Yes.
cocoa powder.
Hmm.
Much like cinnamon, they may smell good. They may even look like what you're accustomed to with like your candy sweets. But trust me when I say they have no flavor whatsoever in terms of what you're expecting. You have to add sugar to that stuff.
I had fudge base
Yeah.
once. I was dealing with fudge base. I was like, oh, this looks really good. I want to try a little. disgusting.
Yeah, because without sugar, it's basically the raw extract of that flavor without any sweetness to it, and it's not
Yes.
sweet whatsoever until you add sugar.
Yes.
And so, yeah, same thing with this chocolate. I tried a little because I was like, oh, it's like a fondue. Nope. It's just solid. It's just raw, solid chocolate. Not sweet. Need
Nope.
sugar.
Yuck.
Cinnamon is the same exact thing.
I did that. I bought 90% chocolate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I love dark chocolate. No, not that.
I like dark chocolate. It's just, if it's...
Not 90%.
It probably needs some sugar. Probably like a good fondue base.
I think my limit on percent chocolate, I would say maybe like 78.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know. But my point is, I like cinnamon. It needs sugar.
Yeah.
It's a good combination. Sugar is a good additive for a lot of these things. The problem with it is it's super addictive.
Yes, it is.
I also learned the other day that apparently sugar comes from two sources. A lot of people know that it comes from the sugar cane.
Yes.
Did you know it comes from beets?
That's why they call them sugar beets.
Yeah, I didn't know that though. Learned
well,
that the other day.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah. You can get sugar from that, and you can get sugar from sugar cane. I learned about sugar beets from playing Stardew Valley.
Neat.
Because you get it from beets.
Taught you stuff.
Yeah.
You can make alcohol in that game, right?
Yep.
That's like beer?
Yep.
Or like wine?
Yep.
Neat. That's cool.
Yeah. Anyways, so I'm designated the cake guy.
That's cool. I'm just the cook here.
I mean, I cook too, but apparently when someone's having a birthday, and there's a lot of them early in the year, I get to make a cake.
Mine are all in the middle of the year. My girlfriend and my birthday are only a day apart.
Really? So do you make two cakes for the occasion, or do you bake a cake, one cake?
We did that a few years ago. We had two cakes. But last year we shared a cake.
Was it too much cake?
Yes.
See, that happens with my birthday and Thanksgiving. Mine's like at the far opposite end of everyone's birthday. Mine's at the end of the year. November 28th. Occasionally it lands on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So, for my birthday, because our family's huge on pumpkin pie, whenever my birthday falls on Thanksgiving, it's like, well, time to roll out the cake.
It's pumpkin pie.
No, it's time to roll out the cake. I get cake and I get a pumpkin pie. It's the same exact thing. It's too much.
Too much, yeah. No, for me, because she doesn't like the same kind of cake I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she would prefer, like, instead of a cake, get lemon bars.
Oh, well, those are good.
She likes lemon bars. And me, I just want, like, this specific cookie cake.
Oh, okay, like a giant chocolate chip.
Yes, okay. Giant chocolate chip
with
cookie.
Some
That's
frosting
my favorite
on
thing.
it.
A little bit of frosting, not too much, because too much frosting, it gets all yuck.
No, I got you.
I used to go to Mrs. Fields for that. You have Mrs. Fields there?
We get products.
But it's a thing that you would know of.
I mean, we don't have, like, an actual Mrs. Fields bakery, but you know how, like, you have Mrs. Fields cookies there in, like, the little packages? We have those. Yeah.
We used to have a little bakery here, but that's gone out of business, so I can never have that cake anymore.
Oh, no.
That was my favorite thing to do. We'd go to Mrs. Fields, we'd go get one.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what I want for my birthday if I get cake this year.
Pumpkin pie?
No.
Apple pie?
No. I don't like pie that much.
Oh, okay.
If I get a cake for my birthday, I want an ice cream cake.
Like a good one? Like a bakery-made ice cream cake? Or do you want, like, one of those, like, caramel cakes?
Oh, I've never had one of the caramel cakes, but I would take one. Hey, give me a fudgy the the whale cake.
Fudging the whale.
Yeah. I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. I saw like the 1970s commercial. I was like, oh god, I want one. And in hindsight, with me on my diet now, I still want one. Because let me tell you something. Despite the fact I'm on a diet, does not mean that I don't love ice cream any less. In fact, it just means I want it more. And it's terrible. I got cravings. But, digressing aside, I love ice cream. Like, nothing will ever tear me apart from ice cream.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Is my number one love. I eat, here's the thing. I have a cheat meal, right?
Yeah.
I finish it off every time with ice cream.
Even in the cold.
Even in the cold. Dude, I love ice cream. You will never get me to, turn down ice cream. And you want to know, the weirdest factoid about ice cream?
What's the...
I have a follow-up with this. So, some food is very weird in the sense that it'll do the exact opposite. Dairy, for instance, will actually warm your body.
Huh.
So, ice cream will actually warm you up.
That is quite strange.
Yeah, that's not to say that it'll warm you up right off the bat. I'm just saying, it being dairy-based, it'll eventually warm your body. You probably don't want to eat it in the middle of a snowstorm. That's probably going to still keep you cold. It's going to freeze you. But all the same, dairy has a tendency to keep in, some body heat.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Oddly enough, spicy food like hot peppers.
Yeah.
That has a tendency to lower your body temperature because you sweat a lot.
You know what? And doesn't that do that in Breath of the Wild?
I don't remember.
You use the hot pepper and it gives you cool.
Maybe. But my point is, dairy and I think it's cadmium or but whatever. It's the chemical in peppers.
Yeah.
They have very odd effects like that. So, I guess I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
Because we're speaking of love of food right now.
Yes.
So, if I had to pick a favorite type of food, one food to live on the rest of my life, anything you want, doesn't matter. If I had one choice, it'd be ice cream. Specifically, if I had to choose one flavor of ice cream, it would either be pistachio, cookies and cream, or mint chocolate chip. I can't choose any of those three, but my point is, pick one, I'd be happy for the rest of my life.
So if you had ice cream for the rest of your life, you'd be happy?
Yeah, if that's the only thing I could eat, I'd still be happy. That's what I'm saying. Morning, noon, and night ice cream. That's all I can sustain myself. I would be fat as hell. I would turn into Jabba the Hutt, but my point is... even if you stick to one thing for the rest of your life, you're going to deprive yourself of something. But, my point is, I would pick ice cream. That is the only food that I really need. I'm fine with it. Not the healthiest for you for obvious reasons, but I'm okay with it. Now, what I'm leading up to, and the question is, Chaz, if you could only pick one thing for the rest of your life to eat, and that includes flavor. You can only have one flavor of this thing if there's multiple flavors of it. What would it be?
That's a hard one, man. Because like you said, ice cream. That's like such a thing. What? Because my favorite food ever is a type of dish. You make it yourself. But I guess I would have to go with seafood. But more specifically, crab.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Do love some crab.
I mean,
you could do different things with crab.
Yeah.
So what? How would I? What? I can only eat
They can only have it prepared one way for the rest of your life.
Okay.
If you had it in a pasta, you could have that pasta, but that's all you get.
All right, if that's the case, then I'm gonna switch it up on you because I thought I was trying to be more general. If I had to eat this in the raw, crab.
No, you don't have to eat it raw. You can have it prepared any way you want. Like I said, you get any flavor you want, but you can only have that thing.
Then I'm gonna go with chicken because chicken is such a resilient food.
It is, but you can only have it prepared one way.
chicken parm then. Love
Okay.
chicken parmesan.
Chicken parmesan.
Love
That
it.
sounds pretty good.
That's when I go to the sub shop and they have chicken parm as one of their hot subs. You
Yep.
can guess I probably will get that.
Hey, no
Like
no complaints here.
7 times out of 10, if I get a hot sub, it'll be chicken parm.
I mean, I like chicken myself. I'm gonna have some chicken after I'm done with this whole entire part because it's calling me.
If the other 3 times out of the 10 will be a cheesesteak, but I gotta be in the mood for a cheesesteak.
Yeah. No, that's a good choice. I can back that up.
Chicken parm. You can have it in the sub. You can have it plain.
Well, the problem is, unless you're asking for a chicken parm in a sub, you can't have it in a sub.
It doesn't have to be in a sub.
Yeah. Well,
I'll eat it straight up. You put it on a plate. I'll cut it up and eat it. I don't care.
So you just want chicken parm like plain.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only food you get.
The sub just makes it like I
Oh,
don't
it
need
sounds
pork.
even
I don't need
better
pork.
in a
I don't need
sub,
a
but
pork.
I'm not questioning it. The filling is probably where it's all at. That's where all the flavor's at.
I mean, it makes it easier for me because I don't have
Yeah.
to use a fork. Just eat the sub.
Yeah, I ask people this and I get a lot of interesting results. Some are really cool. Some are like kind of weird. Because I try to clarify this question as best as possible because the specifics are you can have as much of it as you want. There is no limit. It's
I'd
just
be
that
fat too.
yeah, there's just like this is all you get the rest of your life.
I would be so fat.
Yeah.
Because there's so much Parmesan,
Well, I
mozzarella.
mean, ice cream. I would be morbidly obese. All that sugar would just go to my gut.
Oh my god.
But I'd be happy. I would have no energy to do whatever I needed to do, but I would be happy.
Just to eat more ice cream.
Yeah, I would just like my whole meal would be a gallon of ice cream. I'm
Oh my
sure like
God.
depending on like how things go, I would work my way up to like 2. It would get ridiculous.
Oh my god. Then you eat like the whole tub that they have at like ice cream trucks.
Oh my
Like
god.
the big one.
Like the ones that you see at ice cream stores. Like
Yeah.
ice cream parlors, like you go
All right.
and it's like a giant drum.
Here's a story for you.
All right.
All right. When I was still in college, this one guy, he had a meeting. He was like, I don't know, he was the head of some kind of club or something.
Yeah.
So he got a banquet food. So he ordered 2 drums of ice cream.
Oh jeez.
And there was only like 10 people that actually came, so they didn't eat that much ice cream. So he had these drums of ice cream. He's like, hey, he brought it to where we worked too, and he's like, hey, I have all this ice cream. I don't know what to do with it. Do you want some? I'm like, okay. He's like, because I wasn't expecting a drum of ice cream. He's like, I have some ice cream here. Let's get it. I was expecting a little gallon thing of it that he is. Then he brings out. He's like, hold on, I gotta go to my car and get it. So he brings these 2 giant things, and he's like, here you go, eat up. And I'm like, I don't have my milk pill. That's what I did that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Died.
Oh, good God.
I ate so much ice cream.
I mean, ice cream is good.
We finished one of the drums.
Oh.
Like there was like 3 people. 3 of us finished that drum, including me. Just me and 2 dudes, and we just ate all that ice cream.
See, I would have been right there. I'd be like, give me the other drum.
This was like chocolate ice cream too.
Oh, like you know what? It might not be any of the flavors I listed, but I'm still in it to win it.
The other drum was vanilla, I think.
You know what? Mix those 2 babies up. Vanilla chocolate, it's a good combination.
I just remember the size of that. I was so sick after eating that.
I don't blame you, but at the
I
same
had
time.
to drive home too. I had like a 30
No.
I had like a 30-40 minute drive home. I was
Oh,
dying. I was
jeez.
like, oh my god, I want to just go home. Oh, I feel so sick.
It almost sounds like not to mention JonTron again, but like you know when JonTron has a gyro or
Yeah.
a gyro, and
Yeah.
he's like on the couch, just like
He's like,
in
oh, my
agony.
stomach.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like your situation right there.
That's exactly how it is for me almost. Oh my god. Except I'm not really like balled up. I'm like on the floor on my stomach and I'm just like all right, if you need to walk, you gotta step over me because I'm not moving.
Oh, jeez. So I have to be honest. When you said crab, I was gonna be like, my coworker actually chose lobster as theirs.
That's a good one too. Lobster's delicious.
Yeah, I like lobster, but it's expensive. That's
Oh
what
my
I
god.
told him. I was like, "You have expensive taste," and he's like, "Man, if I could afford it, I would." I was
I
like,
like
"Fair enough."
lobsters. That's why I buy monkfish because I'm a poor man and I like lobster, so I buy the monkfish, the poor man's lobster.
Hey, if it tastes good, I say it's good enough for me. Let's see. I had someone say peanut butter jelly sandwich because they were thinking
Oh
outside the
god.
box, and I'll allow it because they were like, I would choose a peanut butter jelly sandwich. And I think I asked like what kind of jelly, and they were like strawberry, and I think I asked like what kind of peanut butter, and they were like crunchy. And I
No.
was like, you could do a lot with that. And they were like, yeah, I could like lay the jam out, let it ferment, and then I'd have some wine.
No. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, if you want to think outside the box and actually try to see what kind of byproducts could I get with my food, I'd say that's perfectly allowed because you're using what you got at hand. It's just that
Oh
you're
man.
stuck with this.
I would get so bad heartburn on top of the stomach
Oh
aches with this
yeah,
chicken farm
dude,
because
I
too
would I
much
would have
tomato sauce gives me heartburn.
yeah. Well, I would get really bad constipation because all I'm eating is dairy.
Not only are you eating just dairy, but you have sugar
Yep,
and
I'm fat. I'm morbidly obese because all I would eat is ice cream. Um, the
ice
sugar for
cream.
one, the bad constipation because all the lactose is really bad for you, regardless if you're lactose intolerant or not. Um, I,
And
I,
you
w-
need
I would I would I'd probably be it would not be a good situation for me.
your tooth enamel would be
I,
non-existent.
here's the thing: you can brush your teeth. That isn't like something that you neglect yourself. That's just like part of like daily healthcare. So, and also dental perfectly fine. It's just that yeah, probably not good for your teeth either way.
No, it probably isn't.
But at the same time, you can still slow it down at least by brushing
Yeah.
with proper tooth care.
I think would I be more or less inclined if all I could do is eat ice cream to brush my teeth? I don't know.
I don't either. I will say like aside from all that, the positive thing, low sodium levels.
I don't. Yeah, there isn't that much sodium in ice cream.
Yeah, the problem is I think my blood pressure would no, actually I take that back. It'd be the sugar levels. My sugar levels would be out of sync,
It
so
would
I'd
be
probably
diabetic.
yeah, I would probably be diabetic if all I sustained myself on was ice cream.
Oh, ice cream. I mean, at least I get some protein with chicken parm.
I, I
Get some.
think I think the thing about like ice cream is I also get protein because or no, I'm thinking of calcium.
You could get. You could eat like
I would have strong
You
bones.
could eat butter pecan ice cream. Get some
No, I
protein.
already told you. My three options are either. Well, I guess I could go
Oh, you
with
got
pistachio.
pistachio. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
There you go.
If I
Nut.
chose pistachio, I mean, I don't know because, again, if it was like cookies and cream or mint chocolate chip, I mean, I'm a
Nope.
happy kid either way. And I'm saying like that's one of three choices that I'm like I don't care either way if I don't know throw a three-sided dice or something whatever it lands on I'm happy with the results.
You and my dad are the only two people that I've ever known that likes pistachio ice cream.
It's so good.
I did not like it at all.
Really? It's so sweet.
I did not care for
I
that.
mean, that's fine. It's so good though. It's like when I first had pistachio ice cream that I can remember. It was like when I first tried it, I was like, it's like the one flavor that I remember trying a long time ago, but can't remember what it was. It was like meeting an old friend for the first time in a long time. That
Yeah.
was pistachio ice cream for me. To which I say, I think I had this flavor a long time ago when I was really young, but I didn't know it was pistachio ice cream.
Hmm.
But then when I tried it, I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever tasted.
Did you get it at the ice cream truck?
No, I actually when I first had pistachio ice cream that I can remember, I was at a Chinese buffet.
That's kind of cool. That is something they would have too.
It was a very random experience, but you know what? I was visiting my dad, so there you go.
You ever go to the ice cream truck and then drop your ice cream?
No,
Oh,
are you are,
just
are you talking about like going to an ice cream truck, like buying like a little ice cream and then like going back home?
no. I'm talking about the ice cream truck drives down your street and
Yeah,
you and all the kids stop in. You buy
yeah.
some ice.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really get ice cream in an ice cream truck because it has to be summertime for that to happen.
Yeah,
And
same here.
also, usually I don't have any money on hand to like be like give me the thing. And plus, in addition, I'm on that diet, so it doesn't really
Hey.
bode well for me to actually go to an ice cream truck and get my ice cream.
I mean, did you ever do that?
Nope.
Ever? Never.
Nope.
Man, see, I did that when I was a kid, right? We used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the time, but a few times. And the two times I did it, I dropped my ice cream.
Well, the thing is,
I had a nice cone, nice ice cream cone,
mm-hmm.
and it fell off my freaking cone. And I had the cone, and the ants ate my ice cream. And then the other time, I bought the Fred Flintstone push pop
Oh, I
thing with the
remember those.
icicle. Yeah, you remember those,
Yeah,
right,
I
Fred
remember those.
Flintstones? I pushed it too far up, and it flew out. It fell on the freaking sidewalk.
Well, I
So I
remember.
never went back to the ice cream truck after that.
Well, I would be traumatized too. See, I remember every time I went to an ice cream truck, I would get the fun shaped ones that aren't really ice cream. They're more like popsicles, but the
Uh,
substance is really weird. It's like this weird hybrid of both ice cream and popsicle, but I don't know
like
how
the
to explain.
Spider-Man ones
Yeah,
that
yeah,
look nothing like the packaging,
absolutely.
and they had the gumball eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are
well,
cool.
okay. The ones that I remember were there was a catcher mitt, and the baseball in the catcher's mitt was a gumball. I
Yeah,
remember that one. I remember I got this watermelon one, and the watermelon wasn't actually gum, but it was like it was a weird candy like
yeah.
substance. I remember those. I don't know if I went for any fun-filled character shapes, but yeah, I remember getting stuff like that at an ice cream truck. I remember the ice cream wasn't too bad. It was just really weird because I was like, it's not like a popsicle and it's not like ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't know what substance they're using, but I mean, it's passable. I'll
Well,
eat it.
now you've got my attention, and now I kind of want to buy one of those.
The baseball catcher mitts.
Whatever one I can find,
Oh,
like
okay.
whether it be SpongeBob, whether
Yeah.
it be the
I
baseball,
think I
whether it
actually
be
did have a SpongeBob one. I remember like the eyes are they're either gum or like the same thing that the watermelon candies were, where it's like this weird like almost chalky gum like substance, but it's not actually
yeah,
gum. It's just candy,
yeah,
and it's so off putting. But at the same time, yeah, I do remember stuff like that.
yeah. We used to get an ice cream parlor store outdoor thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we would do for that.
Is
I'd
it,
get
is
those
it
there.
weird that I remember all these character shapes, but every time I go to the store, you can never find any of them? It's like they're
It,
only
I
exclusively at
yeah.
like
I
ice cream
think that's
trucks.
I think they do that for a reason. I think you could buy them at like Sam's or wherever, Costco, I
Costco, yeah,
guess, for you.
maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen them. I'm thinking no. Well, at least not at Costco. I do know you can get ice cream in by like the bucketfuls.
Yeah. I wanted my dad to buy one once, and he's like, no.
Dad, why?
He's like, we're not gonna eat that much. Now
I
thinking about me,
yeah.
no, I'm definitely not gonna eat that much.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if you ever come to Seattle during the summertime, I'll be like, yo, Chaz, you want to go get an ice cream from the ice cream truck? Because legitimately, the ice cream
No,
truck
I don't
does.
want to go to the ice cream
No,
truck.
it legitimately makes its way down my road.
I don't want to go to the ice cream truck.
Okay. All I gotta do
I
is just
got
step
bad
outside,
memories.
go to the turnaround, and like there it is, ice cream truck right there.
We have a ice cream. Okay, so this is where I live. The apartments here. We have a school bus, like one of those mini school buses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it got converted into an ice cream truck.
That's weird, but okay.
And it parks in like the big parking lots, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't drive, it just parks there, and it plays the song. It plays the song.
And it tries to get everyone's attention to go to the thing so
It
that they.
just sits there for like, I don't know, if as long as kids are there. But if no kids are there, it'll sit there for like 10 minutes.
Uh, I mean, I would
I've
totally
never,
go and get some ice cream.
I
Might
don't
go
know
get
what
myself a
could.
drumstick.
Ooh, those are good.
But they are good. Those you can get like anywhere. I
They
just
used to sell
like,
them at school.
yeah, they you can get those in the grocery store. It's great. I
Yeah.
like. I mean, it's a good business for like the ice cream trucks selling those, but at the same time, I'm just like, yeah, get myself a drumstick. That's classic.
Ooh, ice cream sandwich. That's always good too.
I haven't had an ice cream sandwich. I don't know why. Ice cream sandwiches are essentially cookies and cream, but I'm not like really into them nearly as much as I should be.
What are those ones that are like coated? Like there's like the vanilla coating, there's the chocolate coating, there's the strawberry coating.
I don't know.
Those are good too.
Yeah. I mean, I know there are like coated little like ice cream pops.
Yeah.
Those are good. Like they got the ones there like a strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking. Like those are
Yeah.
good.
They also got the I think they got the ones that are basically the same thing as like a drumstick, but the difference is, it's just like chocolate coating with nuts over like an ice cream bar.
Yeah, I go for an ice cream sandwich right now. Maybe I'll go buy some tomorrow. But there's a nor'easter. I don't really feel like it.
I can't do that. I'm on my diet.
Sorry. I'll eat it in memory
No,
of you.
no, it's fine. By all means, I'm just like, I can't do that. I want ice cream so bad. I'll stay strong. Don't worry, viewers. I'm not about to go cheat on my diet.
Not until his cheat day.
Cheat
Then
meal.
he'll do it.
Cheat meal.
Or his cheat meal.
I have
Sorry,
to
not the
clarify
day.
that. If I have a cheat day, completely different thing. It's basically a day long cheat meal, and it's not good.
No.
Because let me tell you, the will is strong, but it breaks easily whenever you allow me an open, wide range of things. See, this is why I just try to stick to a cheat meal per week, and even then, I'm still hesitant. Because as soon as I allow myself a set amount of something for a period of time, it becomes iffy whether or not I can recover. And there's
Yeah.
times when it becomes really haphazardous.
Well, yeah, cheat meal is a one cheat meal.
Yeah, it allows you to really give yourself anything that you want to eat.
When did
Anything
you
that
have your last cheat meal?
my last cheat meal. Let's see. Thinking about it, it was probably pizza that I made.
Oh,
And by probably, I mean yeah, it was pizza. I made some pizza. It was good.
nice. What'd you put on it, or was it just plain pizza?
No, I put stuff on it. So I made two pizzas because I was like, my grandparents, you probably want a pizza, and I don't want to gross you out with the stuff that I like to put on my pizza, which I'll get to in a second. So I
Yes.
made like basically a meat lovers, put some bacon, some Canadian bacon, put some pepperoni.
Ooh,
Yeah, topped it off with some mozzarella cheese. I attempted to make a stuffed crust, which did not turn out nearly as well as I thought it would.
mhm.
But all that said, still went with it. They liked it. I liked it. It was still pretty alright. And then my pizza, which wasn't stuffed crust because I ran out of string cheese.
Yes.
That pizza was okay. You're probably gonna think this is totally gross.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. First off, I didn't have any pineapple, so I had to improvise. I would have put pineapple on this thing
Yeah.
if I had pineapple. I didn't, but I had olives, so I put some olives on.
Okay.
I put some spinach on. I put some bacon on. I got a little bit of Canadian bacon, and I put that on this thing. And then here's the thing that's probably going to shock people and probably say, Gildan, why?
Why?
I had some clementine oranges, right?
Oh.
I divvied them up because they kind of just naturally peel off into slices. Put that on half the pizza. Baked it and ate it.
Orange pizza. I don't know.
Orange clementine. I mean, it's
I'm not
really
gonna
good.
knock it. I'm not gonna knock it until I try.
Yeah. That's all I ask. Keep an open mind. Try it. It doesn't sound like it works, but here's the thing: when you cook the clementine oranges on this thing, they get a nice taste to them where it's like really tangy, but it like kind of works in succession, much like pineapple. But like I want to say the flavor is just a little more intense, but in all the right ways.
I'd be willing to try it.
And I'd be like, here, Chaz, here's some pineapple clementine pizza.
That's kind of cool. I like the olives. I don't really like olive pizza, but I like the olives and spinach. That's got a very Mediterranean sort of vibe to it. That's cool.
It's got a little bit of everything. You got your fruit, you got your vegetables, you got your meat.
Put a little balsamic on that. That sounds really good.
I don't know. I could go with balsamic, but I would definitely put that on your half of the pizza. I'll do a half and half. It'll be like half balsamic, half Gildum's choice. I would try a slice of yours if you try a slice of mine.
It's okay because I'm the only one who likes balsamic here.
Okay.
My mom doesn't like it. My dad doesn't like it. My girlfriend doesn't like it. I'm the only one who gets to eat it.
You know what? That's fine. I have a lot of moments like that.
They liked it when I put it on my flatbread. They're like, wow, this is good balsamic. I'm like, yeah, see? I did a good job. And then I almost burnt the apartment down making it. I forgot that I left some in the pot.
Oh, no.
And I left the stove on really low because I wanted like to melt the balsamic or whatever. I don't know. I wanted to get it loose again.
Yeah.
And it started smoking.
Oh, no.
And then I almost ruined that pot.
I do have something I would like you to try if you ever do come visit here.
What you gonna make?
I got this amazing tea. I posted it on Facebook, and I'm almost positive you saw it because
mojito one.
Yeah, the mojito mint.
That sounds good. I was like, that sounds pretty good.
It's really good. I'll tell you how I make it because I do make it a certain way.
Okay.
All right. So here's what I do to my mojito mint.
Yes.
First off, I add honey to it. 2 tablespoons of honey because 1 serving size is 1 tablespoon. So I double the serving size. Yes. 2 tablespoons of honey. And then I add some almond milk. I add some cinnamon. I add some ginger.
Ooh.
And I mix it all together.
That sounds pretty good.
It's so good. The best way I can describe it, and this is going to sound completely backwards. It's going to sound ass backwards, okay?
Yeah.
It's... The way I can describe it, it's like a mocha if you take out everything that I dislike about coffee. Which is usually how bitter coffee is.
Yeah.
That's basically you take everything good about coffee that I like, which is very little. I don't like coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee. It's really bitter. Even in like small amounts, I can still taste it. I don't know if that's just my taste buds being extremely sensitive, but I don't
Hmm.
like coffee on an average basis because it usually has an overpowering flavor that no matter how hard you try to cover it up, still not satisfactory. But this
Yeah.
mojito mint is like in the right way where you take everything I don't like about coffee and put
Hmm.
everything I do like about coffee, which is this distinct flavor.
Hmm.
So that's the best way I can describe it. Ass backwards. It's good though. It's really good. It has a nice mint flavor to it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's like a mocha without having any coffee in it.
Almond milk is quite popular.
Yeah, I like it.
I
It's
I I don't get almond milk. I buy regular soy milk,
ah. Well, I will say this:
or I'll buy flax milk.
flax milk. I've never had flax milk. I would try some though.
Pretty good.
I will say this about almond milk. It's how I'm able to get calcium and a milk-like substance without actually delving into dairy. Also, I do buy a specific type of almond milk. It is a Silk brand.
Is it almond breeze?
No, I said Silk. It's a Silk
Oh,
brand. Yeah,
silk.
but they okay. This is really weird because the almond milk that I buy is the unsweet. It's unsweetened, but it's vanilla unsweetened almond milk.
Hmm.
And that's really weird because I was looking at the regular unsweetened almond milk, which is probably what I would normally go for, but it turns out the vanilla unsweetened almond milk is actually better, and the only reason for that is the sodium levels are really low in that particular type of almond milk.
Hmm.
And that's not to say that, the original almond milk is bad. It's good, but here's the difference. Okay. Like plain regular almond milk has about 160 milligrams of sodium.
Hmm.
The stuff that I get, the vanilla unsweetened almond milk, has about 115 milligrams.
Hmm.
That's a 45 milligram difference. That might not seem like a lot, but it's enough to make a difference where I can have it in multiple things like cereal and my tea. Whereas before it was like I had to pick one over the other.
Have you heard of pea milk?
No, is that made from peas?
Yes,
Like
the green peas.
yeah, yeah. Like the regular types
Vegetable.
of peas that you get in dinner with like peas and
Yeah.
carrots.
Yes,
Sounds different.
I had that too. It was different.
Was it good?
It's okay, but it's really expensive, so I don't
Uh
buy it.
I wouldn't buy it. The only
I had
way
a
I
coupon.
consider it is if you told me it has no sodium content. That's the only way I could even like consider it. And even then, I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Like something. See, I only got it because I had a coupon for it and it was on sale. So I was like, all right, I'll get it for dirt cheap. Or not dirt cheap, but pretty cheap. Like same price as like regular other milks that went on sale.
Yeah.
Like my usual get. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. It was all right. I'll take a look next time I'm in the grocery store. I'll find the sodium content for you.
Okay. That's the problem with being on a low sodium diet because you have high blood pressure. You gotta really pay attention to all the sodium that's in everything.
Apparently there's hemp milk.
I'd try it.
I have never seen it before,
I
but it
mean,
exists.
I'd imagine it probably doesn't have the was it TLC or whatever it is.
H.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about. The stuff that's
yeah,
in weed, essentially, that makes you all
yeah.
trip balls. I could be wrong though. I mean, there is hemp oil, and that has the stuff in it. But by all accords, I'm fine with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Heck, I'd try it too.
If it was, if I had nothing else to do and it did have that kind of thing, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of about it.
You're a stickler for it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge you.
But I just get my flax milk.
Yeah. See, the way I go about things, when it comes to marijuana, as I said, growing it, completely different subject altogether, but like people who use it recreationally, I don't see any problem with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a choice. Everyone is allowed to make their own, and from what I understand, it's while the effects may be a little different from alcohol, I'd say it's still a form of intoxication, and I can totally understand why people go with that.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just preference. But anyways, hemp milk, I would try some. I
I
would
mean,
try
it'd
some
be
with some
interesting.
cereal.
You should have like Cheerios and hemp milk.
That's the only type of cereal I can have.
I've been buying low sodium stuff just
Really?
because yeah, I was like, let's see what Skildom's like. See his life like. I mean, you probably won't be eating the same things
Probably not.
because you're gonna cut this unnecessary. See, I bought low sodium wheat thins.
Okay.
They taste like cardboard. I'm like, oh god, don't. I'm never buying these again.
um, it also depends because the thing you gotta understand is per meal, I only allow myself 600 milligrams.
Yes, and they tasted terrible. So I'm like, all right, I'm never buying these again.
Okay,
And then I bought low sodium English muffins.
that's interesting.
They weren't too bad. They're not too bad actually.
The other thing that you gotta consider is I don't really allow myself any wheat.
That's what I figure. See, I figure. I mean, these aren't things that you would necessarily buy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like thinking low sodium. Let's see if I had to do if I had to
Mm-hmm.
start cutting sodium out right now, and I wanted to get like I
Yeah,
wanted to ease myself into it. I'm gonna
that's
buy some low
understandable.
sodium to see what it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a big no on the wheat thins.
Okay, but the English muffins weren't.
They're okay.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm not even doing anything with them. I'm not.
yeah.
I just throw them in the toaster oven and heat them up a little bit. And I didn't even put like butter or jelly or peanut butter or anything on it.
Oh, that's
I
the
just
best
had
way
it
to
plain.
go about it.
I just had it plain like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do some peanut butter on it next time. But
So you want to know what I do for my diet, like all the limitations that I have going for it?
do you like memorize it or do you have it written
It's
down?
really simple.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, low sodium. Obviously, that's the main goal of everything. Second thing, I eliminated pretty much wheat out of my diet. Third,
Yeah.
which wasn't even like difficult at all, I eliminated pretty much all dairy out of my diet. There wasn't a lot.
Right.
So then the fourth thing that it did, which is a little more, it's I guess fourth and fifth because they're also very much regulated on the same level. I pretty much limit both my sugar and red meat intake.
Okay. Okay. My red meat intake is already like zero.
Mm-hmm.
Any meats I eat are either fish or chicken.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
good.
I'll dabble in some pork now and
Pork
then, but
is red
pork,
meat.
pork's a red meat. See,
Yeah,
but I don't get that. I don't get that much pork.
yeah. At most, I will have bacon, maybe like twice a week. And
I
that's when I make
had
myself an omelet. And
I made
even then, it's like one strip of bacon, so
I
it's not
had
that much.
I had some pork roll.
Ooh, pork roll. That's good on
Pork.
bagels.
It is. That's what I did with it. Actually, no, I put it on English muffins.
Oh,
That
it's
was the
good
reason. That's
that
why I
way
bought the
too.
English muffin.
Oh
So I
yeah,
bought the,
put a little bit of cream cheese on it. Ooh, it's so good.
didn't do that. I just I put pork roll and what else did I put on it? I think I just had it plain.
Ah,
Just pork roll and the English muffin. I was like, all right, whatever. I was gonna make eggs, but I was like, I don't feel like making eggs.
oh, I make myself an omelet. I eat 2 eggs a day for the most part.
That's what my boss does. He eats like two or three eggs a day.
Yeah. Oh, eggs are so good. I've actually managed to limit it down to just two. I used to kind of dabble between two and three, but it's just two now.
Eats a lot of sardines as well.
I do not eat sardines.
He says it's good protein.
That I'm not questioning it. I'm just saying I do not eat sardines because it seems a
I
little
tried.
odd.
I, I tried one. It wasn't
Hmm.
too bad.
It's not like anchovies where they're really salty.
Yuck, anchovies. Oh
And
my god.
also, I can't imagine what the sodium content in those things are.
I wanted to try anchovies, right?
Hmm.
So I bought one slice of anchovy pizza,
Oh, good God.
and I was like, "This pizza is ruined."
Are you suicidal, bro? I gotta know. I'm just looking. What is the sodium content in anchovies?
Are they naturally salty?
I think so.
I didn't like it. I thought it was yuck.
Give me a second. I'm
Yeah.
going on the Google. I'm looking this up. I don't need this. Here we go. Oh, good God. Um,
Anchovies.
okay. I want to clarify this because this is what it says first thing. So anchovies canned in oil. All right.
Yeah,
That's basically a 2 ounce can.
that's what they usually come in anyway.
1,651 milligrams.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Raw. Okay. If you're getting them raw, this is actually quite a bit better. It's 88 milligrams.
Oh, that's the oil really
Yeah.
throws a.
So, if you're gonna do anchovies, and I'm not sure how good this is, do them raw. The sodium content is quite bearable.
Yeah. Well,
That's
sardines are pretty sardines are pretty sodium heavy.
Are they?
500
Oh,
milligrams,
good God. I could have one, and that would be it.
but some are 100.
I could have five, or I could have
That's
six,
it.
and that would be it.
If you drain the oil,
Yeah.
it's really the oil that does it.
Mm-hmm. My point is, I'm good. I don't eat fish that much. If anything, I will go to the store, buy like a slab of fish meat that they have at the butcher, and I will just take that, fry it up, and eat it. I haven't yet because I like chicken. I'm fine with chicken. I'll take some chicken, cut it up, put it into my wok, fry it up with like everything else that I got going on. Which
Yeah.
I don't really use a lot of oil either, which is great because I found ways to get around it, namely avocados.
Ooh.
See, the thing about
Well,
avocados is
avocados expensive.
no. I mean, maybe a
Huh.
little, but I only buy them one at a time.
Uh-huh.
Because I can use those. They're a good healthy fat. Not to
Yeah.
mention, they're pretty greasy. Well, I do have to like try to mix them in with a couple things. They do mix up well as a base for my wok. So for the most part, that's how I get around a lot of the oil
Yeah.
necessities. I've found ways. I try to cook to make sure I maintain my diet.
Let's see. I haven't cooked in a while. Today I didn't really make anything today.
Hmm.
I just threw some pierogies in water and that was it.
Oh, those sound good. Those are like I want to say those are like the potato.
Ravioli.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say tortellini, but ravioli is what. Yeah.
They're more ravioli than tortellini.
They're totally ravioli more than tortellini. Yeah, pierogies are good.
We got them for 77 cents
Jesus.
a bag.
I
had
have
two
to
bags.
say, yeah, pierogies. Oh, something else that I've found out that what I've been doing for my diet.
Yes.
Now that you brought up pierogies and potatoes, I cut out a lot of starch.
That's pretty helpful too.
I do not eat corn or potatoes.
You should follow Gary Player's creed. He says cut out the white devil.
The white devil.
Anything white is bad. Milk, sugar,
Oh,
flour.
I mean, I have almond milk, and that's pretty white.
I mean, I think he means actual like cow milk.
Yeah. I mean, I don't drink dairy. I don't have milk.
That's what he wrote. That was one of the things he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Cut out the white devil.
But what about vanilla ice cream?
That's part of the white devil.
Oh, come on, man. It's so good.
But Gary Player is like old, and he's like still like running like 10 miles.
Oh, I want to work my way up to 10 miles. That's not for at least like 5 years if I'm still doing what I'm doing. You want to know what's really sad? Because I don't think anyone will get this, but you'll get this. And I'm going to end the part really shortly. So I shared with you my life's goal when I'm 40. I want to grow up to be Pastel Mr. Shin
Oh yeah.
from Milk Chan. And if anyone knows who I'm talking about, great. If you don't, I don't know, go look on YouTube, Pastel Mr. Shin. Anyways, point is, when I'm 40 and I'm all middle-aged, I want to be Pastel Mr. Shin. The problem with this is, I don't think I can achieve it if I'm on my diet still by then. Because I will have lost my gut.
You'll lose that.
I will have lost my gut. I'll still have stretch marks because, as far as I'm aware, those don't ever go away. But, yeah, I will not be able to do Pastel Mr. Shin if I'm 40 and on my diet. And it's kind of one of those bittersweet and yet I'm okay with this moments. So I guess it's one of those sweet moments where it's like, at least I don't have to embarrass myself in front of school kids in a school kid outfit, being really stupid, saying, "Hi, boys and girls, what are we going to play today?" Probably for the best, I'm gonna get a lot of weird looks. Police officers probably gonna either be standing by very closely or
you're probably gonna get arrested.
I don't know about arrested. I mean, how can you get arrested if you haven't committed a crime? I mean, it's not a crime to talk to little kids. It's a crime if you start assaulting them.
Yeah.
Pastel Mr. Shin didn't do anything in terms of touching kids. All he did was just talk to them.
You wanted to play hide and seek?
Yeah, he was a super animated, but that's basically all he did. He was just animated talking to kids. He didn't touch them in the slightest. He didn't pat them on the back, didn't give them a high five or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. My point is, I'd probably get a lot of odd looks. There'd probably be a red flag going off, and I can understand a police officer being on standby, but, how could you get arrested if you haven't committed a crime?
I suppose that's true.
Yeah. I mean, there is always the possibility I could be accused for a crime.
Yeah.
But, yeah, never committed a crime. Wouldn't commit a crime. Might be a little odd and even a little pedotastic, if you will, but, I mean, you're not actually doing anything.
Very much so.
Yeah, but you're still not doing anything. And again, I won't be able to actually do this if I'm 40 and still on my diet.
Well, what would you rather do? Would you rather be fit, or would you rather be Pastel Mr. Shin?
Do I need to answer that?
No.
Oh, come on, man. You're supposed to force me to answer that.
Yeah, answer it now.
Well, in my regard, if I had to choose, it would